So, we are making history. And you know, the theme of the African Conference, democracy in crisis. And it's true that, you know, across Nigeria, and I'm sure even across Africa, people have started to feel disillusioned that really, can democracy really bring the dividends that it promised? But what I really love about fixed politics is that we are not giving up, and we do know that democracy would work. But, and there was a statement that our founder made just when we were ending the conference, and I said, yes, this is the foundation for which we are going to base what we are going to do next on. And she said, in God we trust. Everybody else brings data, so we are bringing data to you. And as she was making her speech earlier, she also talked about the fact that in 20 years, we are going to see indicators or indexes that tell us that democracy is working in Africa. And I would say a big amen to that. One of the things that we looked at is that, does Nigeria have its own index? Why are we always relying on external indexes as well? So we felt that we should create ours. And what we've done is to look at the 3 triangular pillars and come up, because we know that if those 3 triangular pillars are balanced, then democracy will work. So just like a patient who is ill and goes to hospital, you diagnose, you come up with, you know, the numbers to say, okay, this is how sick this person is, or how well anyway. And then when you start the treatment, fixing politics, you say, okay, how far have we gone? And then you look at those indexes. So that is what we are going to present to you. Communication, do we have our presentation ready? Okay, even if it's not ready, it's all in my head. So we're going to start. We have fixed, okay. Okay, let me come on. Great, yes, great. So we all know the fixed politics vision and the 3 triangular pillars, so we can skip all of that. Okay, so we created an index. One is to say why an index is because we want this index to show a homegrown political measure and scorecard. We want to create a government report card so that everyone knows where we stand in politics. So this index will diagnose the problems and prescribe reforms, and you know where to treat. What is an index? An index is like a report card. It tells us how well we are doing. So like your school report card measures up various scores and gives you an overall score. And that's the same thing that we want to do with the Fixed Politics Index. So our Fixed Politics Index, we are calling it the Political Accountability and Democracy Index. It's the first of its kind in Nigeria. It focuses on measuring political systems using our 3 triangular pillars. So the Political Accountability and Democracy Index, the abbreviation is PADI, Nigeria. It's a government report card. And the reason why we named it PADI is PADI in Nigeria, Pidgin English, means your friend. So we are ranking how friendly is our government. How friendly? Is it 1/10, 2/10, or 9/10? In 20 years, we will be 10/10. Amen. So looking at that, we said, what should we really be measuring? And of course, that's where all the 3 work groups come in. So I will call on Bolatito to tell us about the indicators under Pillar 1, which is all about the citizens. Yeah, great, great, great. So we've gone through 8 indicators from Pillar 1, Pillar 2. And so my area is on the legal framework. How do we measure legal frameworks? And so the first thing is, what are those laws that guide political competition? So number 1 is the Electoral Act. So here we're looking at, does that act, does it enable great elections? So for instance, some of the things that we would look at will be the use of electronic voting, technology, is it transparent? Did we apply the act? So that we would also measure how well are we adopting and implementing the provisions of the Electoral Act. So that's one. The second indicator under Pillar 3 is the timeliness of electoral dispute resolution. So when we go for cases, we shouldn't have the governor already in office for 2 years before there's a court case that says he didn't win the election. How fast are we getting electoral disputes resolved? So that look at there is the speed, the fairness that the judiciary uses to regulate those elections. Then thirdly will be constitutional reform. The Constitution is the main law. How well does the Constitution enable elections and political competition? There we are also looking at diversity. Does it have room for women? Does it have room for people living with disabilities? The youths too, is it representative? What are the laws? Does it enable diaspora voting? So all of that would then be scored against the Constitution. As sort of trying to rank, how does the Constitution enable great governance? Then lastly is the judicial independence as well. So there we are measuring the institutions around that implement those laws. We are looking at, do the citizens trust the judiciary? So yes, there's election dispute and the judiciary makes a judgment. Do we believe in that judgment? And so here we would get citizens to actually rank those numbers. So that basically are the 12 indicators. We feel that it gives a rounded picture and aligns to the 3 triangular pillars. How do we ensure that this indicator, or the index that we're going to form, is credible and reliable? That's where our partners come in. Our next slide, please. So our potential partners, one is the Osprey. It's a research institution that is well known. There will be technical partners in the research and the methodology. We would be forming a technical working group that would then assess all the scores. We are going to partner with also established indicator those who publish the indicators. For instance, one that we would really love to partner with would be the Mo Ibrahim Foundation, Afrobarometer as well, Noah Polls, Phillips Consulting. So those are, we are hoping that we can have representatives from all of those organizations on the technical working group, as well as our fixed politics community. So in forming this index, we actually went to all the work groups to get, okay, what is important to you? How do we actually measure the output for your work group? And we all came together to actually come up with these indicators. And left to everyone, they would have wanted to measure everything. We would have probably had 100+ indicators, but we felt these 12 truly are representative. But it's something that we also expect to continue to grow, be refined, depending on what the political climate is, so that it continues to improve. But we are also still looking for input. If you have ideas or you feel, okay, there's something really important. One of the key things that we want also is that we want it to scale beyond Nigeria. So we're starting off, of course, in Nigeria, but we're hoping that it becomes a method that African countries start to use to measure their own governance and political system, so that you truly can say this is the government's report card, and that, yes, people are getting the dividend of democracy. What we intend to do is, in terms of implementation, is it? Okay, yeah, great. Okay, so our implementation timeline in 2025, fine-tune our research, set up the technical group, and then do a pilot scoring. You know, we will use 2024 data just to do that pilot, make sure that it works. And then 2026 will be where we would launch the official report. So the next conference that we have, the African conference, we are hoping that we would publish and show you the index for Nigeria, the PADI index for Nigeria at that conference. And then every year thereafter, we will continue to have that index, and we're hoping we will see the African expansion. We do need support, both grants to cover all the research work that will be needed, the partnerships, so we would be reaching out to organizations who will continue to support our work and want to see political governance. It is very important what we are doing. We feel that we've had 5 years of bold ideas in fixed politics. It's grown from fixed politics to SCPG to various initiatives across Africa, and now this PADI index. We want it to really be scaled up, to be as recognized as any of the other national ones, but be uniquely Nigerian, uniquely African. So today, we're adding a governance report card for accountability, so people know what to fight for, what is wrong, what is going on, and how to protest. We are basing it on data. Today, Fixed Politics proudly unveils the Nigerian Political Accountability Index. It is more than a scorecard. We believe that it is a people's companion. It's a tool that keeps politics honest and is like a true friend that stands with citizens by showing how well our political system delivers on their promises and strengthens democracy. PADI Nigeria brings home the data, making it clear where progress is happening and where we need urgent reform. Together with this index, we know where the problem is and we can fix politics. Thank you.